Is this thing on? Yep, it's on. Hey guys and girls, it's your girl Judy O, aka Green Fire Motivation, and it is Motivation Monday. So glad to see you. Thank you for coming back to the channel. We're revamping, revising, and green always means go here. If I say anything that you like or don't like, subscribe anyway, and stay tuned for the great information that will come forth in the future. The purpose of this channel is to empower you to take action and to take control of your life. I am the Green Fire Motivation. And the message that I want to share with you this evening is, or should I say the question? I have a question as always. What is in your environment? What is in your environment? There are many scenarios that take place or that we partake in, and we're not familiar with how those particular scenarios are affecting our lives in either a positive or a negative way. So it is our job to make sure that we surround ourselves with things that are going to motivate us to be better, inspire us to make positive changes in our life, and also to be successful. So you have to think about what your environment is like when you look around. Do you find peace? Do you find joy? Do you find love? Do you find happiness? Or do you find sadness? Do you find gloom and doom? Do you find depression? And once you look at these things, you need to figure out what in your environment is causing you to feel this way, whether it's a good feeling or whether it's a bad feeling. And once you determine what is causing you to feel that particular way, then you can determine what needs to stay and what needs to go. There is a popular saying that the people in your life, I'll show you the people you hang with and I'll show you who you are. And while you may believe that you are the exception, the environment shaping your thoughts, shaping your actions, people tend to go along with their crowd because that's their crowd, that's their people. Those are the ones that they look up to. Those are the ones that look up to them. Those are the ones that are expecting them to, do X, Y, Z at the drop of a dime without thinking, to show their loyalty, to show their, respect and all that good stuff. However, if the environment that you're in is not uplifting to your spirit, is not uplifting to your mental or your physical, then that's not the type of environment you need to be in. Plainly put, sometimes we try to explain away the reason why we're in certain environments, thereby letting the environment take control of us as opposed to us taking control of our environment. And here on the Green Fire Motivation channel, the whole point is to empower you to take action and take control of your life. So in this scenario, you would want to take action and take control of your environment. So some things that you want to think about to assess your environment are the things that you hear, the things that you see, the things that you say, and the people that you're around. All those things will determine what your environment will be like. If you're always around someone who's negative, someone who's always complaining, someone who's always got a sad story, in the beginning you may be able to hold out, and you may also be able to, empathize with them. But after a while, it becomes draining. And then eventually you turn into, or without even trying, you take on that attitude, and next thing you know, now you're the one that's doing it because you've been in that environment for so long. Now you're taking that on. It's just like if you're in a shopping mall and you hear a particular song on the radio that you don't necessarily like, but because it's been played over and over and over again in every single store you've gone in, now you're leaving the mall, exiting the parking lot, and all of a sudden the song pops in your head. Now all of a sudden you like the song even though you didn't like it before because you kept playing it over and over and over again. That environment of your ears. That environment of your ears. Yeah, that environment of your ears. The things that you see. The people around you. The things that they do. The things that you see them do. The things that you may not quite agree with. But because that's just who they are and you want to accept them for who they are, now all of a sudden you've taken on that same habit. Was it a good habit or a bad habit? That determines whether or not you should keep it or kick it, right? Okay? So these are the things that we need to take into account, our environment. We either become the environment that we're in. One of the reasons why it took me so long to get back on this channel, because anyone who's been following me knows that I haven't posted a video in a very long time. But one of the reasons why it took me so long is because I took myself out of the environment in which this channel was created. This channel was created after years and years of listening to Eric Thomas, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, just pouring into me constantly to change, to do better, to be better, to change so that I can help other people to be better. And I stopped listening to Eric Thomas, not because I wanted to, but because life started lifing. Things started happening. And I allowed those things that were happening in my life, in my environment, to dictate whether or not I was going to post a video. But what you have to understand, if you don't remember anything else from this video, okay, you don't need to stop what you're doing on the road to success. You need to adapt. You don't need to stop what you're doing on the road to success. You need to adapt. 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 And if you can't adapt to the positivity in your environment, then you need to change the environment. You need to go where that positivity is. You need to be around the people who embody that positivity, who embody those things that you're looking forward to doing with your life. Because that's how you're going to become empowered to take action and take control of the things that you want to get accomplished in order to be successful. And so this is the Green Fire Motivation Channel with your girl Judy O, aka Green Fire Motivation, where green always means go. Beware of your environment. And if it's not the right environment where you're thriving and growing, you need to go. Until next time.